What is going on, everybody? This is Dave and welcome back to the FM Scout YouTube channel today for another legend as manager experiment. Today we are looking at Everton with Duncan Ferguson in charge. Before we get going though, as always, if you do enjoy other football manager content, go and check out my channel. We're currently doing the 1860 Munich save. We're coming very close. There's 2 episodes left. Well, 1 episode possibly now on Friday, which is going to be the end of our season. And it's the first time we've become very close to the Bundesliga title. So find out if we go and grab that there very shortly. But as you can see on screen now, we're going to be checking out Duncan Ferguson. He's going to be in charge of Everton on today's experiment. Now, Everton are one of those sides of Football Manager this year that just don't seem to have any luck. Despite being on paper one of the stronger sides in the Premier League, they do seem to struggle a lot. And we're going to be finding out today if a legend in Duncan Ferguson can manage to keep them up or even push on for better honours. As you can see on the screen, he's got some fairly solid stats. He's a coach at Everton in real life, so that always helps out. A judging player ability and potential both at 11. Determination at 16. Motivation at 14. Working with youngsters at 17. Attacking at 14. Technical at 14 as well. So he's got some really strong stats there that could help him out. The formation we're probably going to be seeing is a 4-1-2-3 with wide midfielders and a defensive midfielder, a mixed playing style, and attacking coaching style, as you can see with his good attacking coaching attribute. Having a quick look at his history, if we go down to career stats, he played a large majority of games at Everton, despite going to Newcastle for a short period of time. He spent the majority of his career at Everton, starting off in Scotland as well. So we're going to skip forward a year as per usual. Going to see if Duncan Ferguson can last it. Can he get them a European spot in the first season? As you can see here, along with Neville Southall, Duncan Ferguson is on the Legends list. So we're going to skip forward 1 season and see how well he can get on. So we skip forward a year now. As you can see, there's a number of jobs insecure and a couple of jobs available. It's time to see if Duncan Ferguson is still in charge of Everton. And he's not. He's listed as a coach, so he's obviously been sacked or left the role as Everton manager. So yeah, let's go and find out what happened at Everton. So they finished 8th in the Premier League. The current manager is Philip Cocu, the Dutchman, looking quite good, fairly solid stats, and he obviously left PSV to become the manager of Everton. If we have a quick look at the managers, Duncan Ferguson left his role. He got sacked on the 18th of January, and Joe Royal came in for 13 days as caretaker manager. Won 1 and drew 1 before Cocu came in. Had a very decent record of 7 wins, 5 draws and 3 losses. Duncan Ferguson lost 12 games. He won 9 and drew 6, a 33% win percentage. But let's go and check out now why he got sacked. Who did he bring in to start off with though? So he brought in these 2 players. First of all, on a free, he brought in Sabir Khalifa, the Moroccan, I believe. Tunisian rather, not the Moroccan. Looks pretty good on paper for a player on a free. Doesn't look too bad at all. Not really played for a large amount of high profile sides. Obviously Marseille there and Everton, but other than that, no real big sides. At 30 years of age, came in, played 12 games in the Premier League. He then spent quite a bit of money on Petar Stojanovic from Dinamo. Right back, again, doesn't look too bad, but only actually played 3 games in the Premier League despite paying that sort of money for him. No players left the club on a permanent deal, only loans. Everton overall finished in 8th place on 53 points. Knocked out in the 4th round of the FA Cup, which I doubt Duncan Ferguson, he probably played the 3rd round but not the 4th round. And then knocked out in the 4th round of the EFL Cup by the eventual winners actually, West Bromwich Albion. So it was the 18th of January he got sacked. So let's have a look at what happened and whereabouts they were in the league at that point. So if we go into past positions, we'll click Everton. We want to go and scroll back across the 18th of Feb, where they actually lost out to Tottenham Hotspur 2-1, and they were 15th in the table. Obviously then Philip Cocu came in and a very decent rise up the table and finished in a very respectable 8th after struggling for the start of the season. Duncan Ferguson was actually bottom for a couple of weeks during the season as well. If we have a quick look though as well at Everton's schedule before we get before we end the episode, we'll have a quick look at the tactics and so on as well. He lost it. Well, he didn't get a win in his first 5 games as manager, and alarm bells would have surely already been ringing. Albeit the losses were to Man City, Spurs and Arsenal, but West Ham and Palace maybe should have been picking up some points from there. They did go on to beat Middlesbrough and Manchester United away though, but it was just lack of consistency really, and it came a horrible run really. That was the end of Duncan Ferguson's career as Everton manager. He didn't get a win in 7 games, and the loss against Spurs was the final straw. If I have a quick look in the FA Cup, he would have played the first round, or the third round rather, beat Exeter very, very comfortably, 3-0. And whoever was manager then, I think it may well have been the caretaker. He got a draw against Millwall, but then Cocu obviously came in, and one of his first games he lost against Millwall at Goodison Park, 1-0. EFL Cup though, Ferguson grabbed a very comfortable 3-0 victory against Doncaster. Beat Brentford 3-2 after extra time, but it was a very rotated side, to be fair to him, and then lost out to West Brom 3-2 as well. Tactics wise, obviously these are Cocu's tactics, so it may well be different, but I think this is a very similar formation to how Ferguson would have been playing anyway. And just for the sake of it, we're going to have a quick look at the stats of some of the players. So the most appearances this season was Romelu Lukaku, no surprises. He was also the top goal scorer too. Most assists was Morgan Schneiderlin through the middle there. And the best average rating was for Leighton Baines, Mason Holgate just behind him as well on a 7.22. So things haven't quite gone to plan for Duncan Ferguson. He's just the second manager in this series to have been sacked. As you can see on screen, his stats are there at the moment as well. And overall, he didn't have the best of managerial stints at Everton. We've got about 7 teams left to go. If you have any more suggestions for teams that we haven't yet done, do let me know in the comment section down below. As always, if you need any tactics or downloads for Football Manager 2017, you can go and check out fmscout.com. A link to that is in the description down below. Obviously, you can go and check out my channel, subscribe if you enjoy what you see over there. But until next time, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm sure I'll catch you all very soon.